Hey guys, it's OJ Strower here, and today we're going to be looking at gameplay of the Super Conqueror and what I think about it and if I think that you should grind it out. And the answer to that question is yes, I do think you should grind it out, and I think this thing is a beast, at least in this iteration of the test server. Now, as of right now, at the creating of this video, the turret is quite strong. I've been in a lot of hold-down situations being shot at and shooting at Super Conquerors, and I can say that the cupola on the top, it may look like it's crap, but I can assure you that I've bounced way more than I have penned it. The same goes for people shooting at me, so, you know, that's good. The hull isn't that great. The upper plate can get bounces if you're above people. I have had that happen. But its hull still isn't amazing. You know, it's better than the 215B it was, but it's still nothing godlike. You know, you'll definitely bounce off of it. You more than likely will not bounce the lower plate, and the upper plate. If you're above people, you will. But if you're equal ground or they're a little bit above you, I really don't see them bouncing unless it's a low pen medium, like maybe a TVP or something. Now, the only con that I really think of this tank is its mobility. It's really slow, and it's gun depression. 7 degrees isn't bad, but I really don't like it. After playing something like, you know, something like the E5 or the Kranvagn or something like that, it feels really bad. So, you know, this thing has decent DPM. 6.89 seconds is the reload I have on this thing right now. It is pretty decent in my opinion. As you can see, I can make a mistake here. I go for the T57 and get shot by the Super Conch, and then T57 gets a shot at me. I get the lucky snap in the T62A. I can't question how that happened. And then there's the first bounce we have on the turret. So as you can see, already racked at 400 blocked. You know, oh wow, bobbing pen, right? But anyways, I digress. This tank, you know, is really, this spot is really good. You get to pretty much play how it was designed for using the ridges. You're going to see me rotate. There's no artillery, so you're going to see me rotate to the side. However, I get shot by the T57 heavy for it. In order, like, we trade shot for shot. It was a really bad trade. I shouldn't have done that, but it's whatever. So this tank's DPM, as you can see, I do not get the snap. My aim was a little bit off there, and now you're just going to see me trying to go for other things. You know, trying to get windows of opportunity. I noticed that, oh shit, you know, they have a lot of guys stationed in this area. I really have to worry about them pushing. As you can see, the gun depression trolls me right there. I pulled up a little bit farther than I should have, and my gun went way up. Just that little incline, as you can see, that little increase in incline was enough to throw the shell way off. So I noticed the IS-4 starts to push, but I don't think he's going to go all the way up. I don't think he's going to YOLO over like, you know, like a lemming. So you're going to notice that this Super Conch just kind of throws his tank away. He just kind of goes in the open. I'm able to track him, and this thing's reload is just monstrous. I'm able to pull back out and deal another 400. So this is like a tier 10 medium 105 reload. You know, that's six and a half. More pen on a better platform, in my opinion. I really do like this tank. I think it's really good. It's a really good heavy tank. It's a good alternative to the E5. I mean, I think, you know, I think this is really a British heavy and how it should be. You know, how the line works. Now this IS-4 finally YOLOs up the hill. Which I didn't think he was going to do, because most people don't potato it this hard. Like, you don't want to get stuck in your crossfires, and I'm able to take him out. So I've racked up 2,700 damage and 720 blocked already. Nothing too fancy, but this T57 here, we're going to see the armor hold up. He's going to just YOLO over, bounce the first one, and then he pens the second one, and then I'm able to kill him before he can jump the third shot. This T62, I thought about YOLOing, but I think he realized that I had help and that his, you know, he would kill me in 2 shots, and I would also kill him in 2 shots, and it wasn't worth the risk for him. But the T57 Heavy died in an awkward spot. It's going to make me really struggle to use the gun depression. And honestly, that is the biggest pet peeve I have with tanks like this, is that, you know, you have a really, really good turret, but the gun depression is overall, you know, lackluster. I mean, 7 degrees isn't trash, but I think it could be. I think, you know, 8 or 9 degrees would be really nice in this tank. I mean, it would be overpowered, but in my opinion, if that was the case, because you wouldn't be able to pen it. But, you know, it is just annoying at times. So I noticed this IS-7. I noticed that they have a lot of tanks on the 8-9 line, and that our team more than likely isn't going to be able to hold that. So I'm thinking, okay, me and these IS-7 need to take these guys. We need to take them now before everyone else dies. So, you know, I try to get the shot on the 4005. I miss. I shoot too late. And the 4005 derps are Type 5 heavy, which is not good. So you're going to see me trying to push in and just kind of use the DPM to this tank. So I'm able to kill the T62A. He bounces off the hull. So we can see the hull there having a good bounce rate. which is pretty nice. So now you're going to see me go for the Super Conk. He bounces off me and I'm able to track him, and the I-7 taps him at the same time, which is really good. And I'm going to be able to put another shot into the Super Conk before he puts one into me, because I have a better reload, and I'll get finished up by the 4005. So as you can see, that game, you know, I wasn't playing godlike, and I was able to do 4,700 damage. And you saw that the armor was actually quite decent. I was blocking the T-62A and the Super Conk. You know, they were shooting pretty close. The T-62A hit the hole. That's nothing spectacular. You know, I didn't think I'd bounce, but I did. So that was decent. We were able to block 1,700 and deal 4,600 damage. You know, nothing godlike. I didn't really want to showcase a really good game in this tank, you know, because usually when you showcase a really good game, people expect that they'll do the same. So I just want to show you an average Joe game in this tank and just really show you that, you know, the DPM and the turret of this tank can really work with you as long as you're willing to work with the 7 degrees, in my opinion. So I think that if you like the Conqueror, you will fall in love with this tank. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys again.